Hey, how's it going everyone? WTFSexyHeadphones here. Been a little bit of a while. Sorry about that, guys. I keep saying I'm gonna get back on track, and then all this nonsense keeps happening. I don't know what's going on. Life has just been a bit of an SOB, and people been around, and everything's been a little bit hectic. A lot of you guys have been a little bit worried about what happened. It really wasn't... It's really... I want to say it's no big thing, but then I'm probably just going to sound retarded anyway. But anyway, essentially what happened was about a week-ish or so ago, I had something of like a 9-hour panic attack of sorts, and that kind of just made me not want to do much like the next couple of days. And John was only going to be there for another week. He's gone now, but he's only going to be out for another week. So I'm like, I'm just not going to bother with things. I'm like, I'm just going to chillax and hang with John because he's going to be gone soon. And yeah, so it's just been, everything's just been delightful. But essentially what happened was at like 11 or so, don't mind me putting on lotion, but essentially like at 11 or so at night, I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen, but it just suddenly felt like I couldn't breathe, or like I stopped breathing, so to speak. And then because of that, I was extremely conscious of my breathing and like my throat and things like that. And the more conscious I became of it, the more freaked out I got. Because like I don't know why, but I felt like my throat was getting tight and like it was closing. So I started freaking out more, so I started swallowing more, so I started tiring my throat out more. And it was just a vicious cycle. And so I couldn't stop shaking. Like, even after I kind of got those thoughts out of my mind, I was continuously shaking for hours. So I took 2 of my sister's Xanax. It managed to put me to sleep for only a fucking hour, and then I woke up and I was shaking again. I was up for like another 2 or 3 hours before I was able to pass out again for another hour. Then I woke up and I was shaking again. And then at like 7 in the morning, my mom was just like, we'll just take you to the ER because like you can't calm down. And I wasn't even thinking of like what started it up, like during at like 7 in the morning and when I fell asleep and woke back up, like I wasn't even thinking of that shit anymore. I wasn't like, it wasn't even in my mind, but I couldn't stop fucking shaking. And I was just like, oh my god, like the only good thing that came of it is my abs got a fucking workout from shaking and like getting tense and everything so much. Like I felt it the next day. But I went to the ER, they gave me like some lorazepam or whatever it's called, and then I clocked the fuck out for a lot of hours. But anyway, so I'm good now. I mean, the only thing, it's one of those situations that the only thing to fear is fear itself, essentially, because even past that, like, I still become conscious of it, and there's no need to be conscious of it, because everything's normal, but all of a sudden I'll just be, like, aware of, like, my throat and, like, my breathing and stuff, and then it just makes me want to, like, constantly swallow. If any of you guys are perverts about that statement, fuck off. But anyway, it makes me want to constantly do that, and then it makes my throat feel tight, and then it makes me more nervous, and it's just kind of like, I've been thinking about that within, like, actually not too bad, but like within like the days afterwards, like I was kind of conscious of it, and I threw myself into more very tiny panic attacks that, like, very, very small. They weren't that big, but it was just, it's just been a mess. So I'm like, I don't really feel like doing anything because my mood is just shit. I'm like, my mind is just shit right now, and it's all a mental game. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly fine. My throat's not going to close up no matter how much I keep thinking it's going to at some point. I'm perfectly fine. It's just a fucking mental thing, and it sucks, and it's annoying. But it's one of those things that time heals all, and I've been doing a lot better, and I'm like, I just need to get focused on my YouTube again, and I need to see your guys' smiling faces. I don't actually see your faces, but hey, here's mine. And it's, yeah, so that kind of is why I just did not show up the last week, and why I didn't do anything. I was like, like, I don't feel like shit. And I'm like, sleeping has been kind of shitty, and I'm like, this is just, it's been kind of crappy. So, but I've been good. I've been doing decent, so I'm like, I just need to focus on my YouTube and get back rolling. And then again, John left last week at some point, so I'm like, well, I'll just spend the rest of my days like focusing all my attention on hanging out with my bro Biscuit before he goes back to Illinois. So he's gone now, and I'm alone, and I'm like, oh, I guess I should start doing YouTube things again. So, as you guys saw, I already had cryostasis out yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday? I had cryostasis out yesterday, Monday vlog today, and then Metro, I already have an episode rendered and ready for tomorrow, so don't worry, guys. Except now I have to do more recordings and stuff like that, and I haven't, my mom just recently went to Illinois, and my sister's been wanting to spend a lot of time together, so, like, I still haven't recorded anything. Like, the one things that are already out is something that was just prior recorded from, like, 2 weeks ago that I just haven't been bothered with to render. So, I know I still haven't even recorded anything, but I at least had enough to do these two. So I'm like, yay! Because I've been spending time with my sister, and I've been trying to get her into a novel series that I'm into. So I literally spent, like, 2 hours reading a book to her. Because I want her to get into the series I'm into, and it's just been, I just haven't, you know, I don't know, you guys. I just don't know. Yeah, so I'll start recording, and I'll make this a normal week because I don't have anything else going on. I'm doing better, so I'm not as fucked up in the mind, and I'll make this a normal, decent week. Metro will be out tomorrow. It gives me time to record some more. And I really got to get back into Stalker. I have not played that in like over a month because I haven't played it the whole time John has been here, besides like once or so, or when he first came. And I'm literally in Pripyat, and I'm so close. I'm so close to like where I left off. I just need to jump back into it, finish like the next mission or two that I have to get through, and then blah, be done, and then finally start recording that. So I'm really close to getting that. And so that will actually start up soon. I'll try and stream that soon. But my other fucking problem is League of Legends. Such a nerdy game. Where's it at? Bam! League of Legends. Such a nerdy game. Such a pain in my ass. I've been spending too much time playing it because I restarted ranked. For those of you guys who know what it is or don't know, their ranked system is you literally play the same game, but you're ranked in a score and you're put in bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, or challenger. I normally just think fucking diamond and challenger just for like people who like make money off it. I like make money off of tournaments and shit because I don't know anyone in there. I do have a platinum 1 friend actually, so he's close to diamond. Feel proud to know someone that's that pro. But I've like when I get into a system like that, it's like I have a goal to reach and then I have to keep playing it, and it's agonizing. It's agonizing. If you guys played ranked, you will know that it's just somehow people are worse, and somehow there are more terrible people in it. It's just terrible. And I don't mean to sound like I'm like fucking full of myself, but the majority of the games I lose is not because of me, it's because my team is idiots, and I'm like, no! So I'm currently in my promos for Silver 2, and once I get to Gold, I'll probably stop and not give a shit, and I'll put it down, and I'll be like, fuck you, League, and then I'll forget that it exists for another bunch of months. But I've been kind of stuck into that lately, so sorry about that, guys. I've been playing a lot of League as of late, and it's just been consuming my life. Mainly because there's stupid rank system and there's horrible people everywhere. Just, oh man. I had like an hour-long game yesterday, and it was just ridiculous because everyone was playing cautiously, and I never wanted to win so badly. Anyway, so that's all I gotta say. So, Stalker soon, Metro tomorrow. I'll start recording again. I'm doing great. Fucking fabulous. Rambling like a motherfucker. This is what happens when I don't do a Monday vlog. I like skip one or I half-ass one, is then I just ramble about a lot of things because it feels like I haven't talked to you guys in forever, and it's probably because I haven't. Anyway, so let's do story and fact time. I actually have a, I have a bag of floppy disks. It sounds funny. I have a bag of floppy disks that I don't want to get rid of because I aspire to one day re-plug them in somehow. I think I have a thing for that. I gotta go find it. It's like a USB port that you can put like that USB adapter or whatever. But whatever reason, I have a bag of floppy disks because I used to save so many things to them when I was younger, like any photos that I found, any writings or whatever that I would make, I would save to floppy disks, and I loved they were like the greatest thing. Like when my mom got me an up-to-date computer and it didn't have a floppy disk drive in it, I was unhappy. I was like, bitch, told you I need a floppy disk drive. But so I literally have a bag of floppy disks in my closet. God, that's gonna keep sounding weird. That I do not want to get rid of yet until I go through them and relive memories to see what the frick is on them. So that's in my closet somewhere, and I'm not joking. It's a bag. There's like at least 20, because you guys know how much that it carries. Not a lot. I don't know if this is a story. This might be sort of a fact. Because of my lack of enjoyment with dating, my family, when I was younger, at one point asked if I was a lesbian because, well, actually, the first real boyfriend that I dated, which lasted for like a year and a half, I didn't tell them that I was dating them because I cannot stand being babied when it comes to stuff like that. It just pisses me off, and that's what my family does. So I'm like, I'm not going to tell them I'm dating anyone because they're just going to be like, oh, you have a boyfriend, how cute, and then my sister's going to ask inappropriate questions. It's going to make me angry. So I didn't tell them that I was dating them, so they thought that I was a lesbian because I didn't show any interest in dating people and all that stuff. And then recently, the reason I thought of this was because this one guy that was talking to me, and I think he's just was trying to assure himself, but he's been trying to lure me out of my room and go hang out with him. But I'm very hesitant to hang out with people that want to date me because I hate giving people the wrong idea. And it's just like, it just makes everything complicated and messy, and it's like, I don't want people to think things or try things because God knows I've gotten into some fucking awkward situations that. But he recently asked me if I was a lesbian because they're like, don't be offended, but just to make sure, like, you're not a lesbian, are you? And I just find it funny because it just seems to come up at some point that my total lack of dating and disinterest in it somehow leads people to think that I'm a lesbian. No, people, I'm just introverted and really picky. The bane of my existence is right here. Anyway, I've been rambling for I don't know how long. I'm gonna go, you guys, and I'm going to do some recordings for you, and we're gonna get some stalker going. And someone who I guess made phobia, the fear of darkness or whatever it's called, they messaged me recently and asked if I would make some video, if I would like put some videos up or if I was interested in that. So I might have some more scary videos for you. It might be a Saturday thing though. So catch you guys later in the good old Let's Plays and stuff. And yeah, see you guys then. Bye.
Feel my power.